I tend to overcomplicate things. Once I get interested in something, I want to learn everything about it. I'll start watching YouTube videos, maybe look into some books. If there's information to be found, I want to see it. However, by trying to learn everything, I end up making that thing I'm interested in a lot less interesting. Take whittling, for example. The more tutorials I watched on YouTube, the more I wanted to carve. But over time, the carvings got more and more complex that I started avoiding carving because it wasn't as much fun anymore. Yeah, the carvings looked better and were more detailed, but I didn't enjoy making them as much. That's how I feel about making YouTube videos sometimes. Within the last year or so, the pre-production of my videos has been pretty high. I would write out the script, figure out what shots to put over it, draw a storyboard, make a shot list, and schedule filming days. I didn't have to do all of those steps, but for a time I wanted to do them because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Over time, it took me longer and longer to make stuff because I would obsess over the smallest detail that literally no one would even notice other than myself. The videos turned out pretty good, but I wasn't having fun anymore. Instead of just making something for my own enjoyment, I started to worry about whether or not certain shots were effective enough at visually telling a story. I got lost in the sauce, if you will, and I kept wanting to have fun again, but I didn't know how. Then I came across a tutorial for how to carve a carrot.
Sometimes you just need permission to slack off or just to enjoy the actual process of carving. And that's what we're going to do today. I love making simple things, simple whittles. We're not putting these in art shows. We're doing this for the sheer enjoyment of carving, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So,
his first sentence is what really stuck out to me. Sometimes you do just need to give yourself permission. I ended up carving carrots for like 3 days because it was fun and simple. So I thought back to my video making process, and I wanted to do the same thing. I realized that back when I didn't know a damn thing about how to make a decent cinematic video is when I had the most fun. Before I fell into the hole of studying cinematography and trying to be a better editor and storyteller, I was just getting random shots with my camera that I didn't really know how to use and hoping for the best.
You're not in the middle. All right.
My videos didn't get that many views, but I was happy and excited to make something. I didn't give a damn. If you're like me and you make art, there's this fantasy of being amongst the best at it. You find other artists that you admire and look up to and hope to someday be just like them, so you take pieces of them and try to make it fit into what you do. But because it's not you, it never really does, and you're never really satisfied. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't feel right. Something is missing. So you keep trying, keep pushing. You think, I just gotta get over this hump and I'll figure it out. You keep doing that and nothing changes. Those feelings don't go away. At least for me, they didn't. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping you'll get a different result. So, in an effort to not be insane, I'm going to change it up. From now on, I'm keeping it simple. This channel will have random B-roll that I film and voiceovers. Sometimes the B-roll will make sense with what I'm talking about, and other times it won't. Maybe I'll talk to the camera every once in a while, but that's about it. We're keeping it vanilla from here on out. No more planning. No more pre-production. Just free-flow creativity and maybe some chill vibes. As much as I fantasize about wanting to be a YouTube filmmaker, or whatever the hell that means, the polish of it all is not for me, bro. I'm too much of a perfectionist, and making the more produced videos fed into that, and I would rather protect my peace. This channel is meant to be for fun anyway. Will the more produced stuff come back one day? Maybe. But for now, we're just hanging out. Anyway, in terms of making art, I'm trying to do less. There's something freeing about keeping it simple and not having a plan. Even the best artists need a doodle on a napkin sometimes. At least they're still drawing. This is actually the first time in a long time I felt excited to make a video, so who knows? Maybe things are looking up. Maybe Janie is bored will turn into Janie is carving or something. I don't know. And it feels good to say that. It feels good to not know. I don't even know what the next shot will be in the video. I could throw in something random right now just because I can. Ooh, what's that? I don't know until I edit this. It could literally be anything. To the people who will stay through the change in style, thank you. To the people who will leave, thanks for hanging around, even if it was just for a little while. I appreciate it, and I hope you find someone else you like. And to anyone new here, welcome aboard. My name is Janie. I think way too much for my own good, and this was the video. Take care. Bye.